want to go back to 1992, the Dream Team, that you were considered the leader, the MVP, and the anchor of that team, but you didn't get all of the notoriety.
Well,
did you feel
Who
some
said
type?
that?
Magic never said
He know
that.
Michael Jordan was the leader of that team.
Magic Johnson,
Come on now.
Chuck Daly said Barkley brought the most intensity and fire each and every day, each and every game. And even Magic said Charles Barkley was the MVP. So my question
And
is,
the better players were not Charles Barkley.
this is my
No, Fred, like, let's be like, you want to bring it up, bring it up. There were better players than Charles
it's about-
Barkley
Hey,
running around on that goddamn team.
Hey, there was only one motherfucker.
Who?
Michael.
So that's
You were the
just
second best player on that.
Hell yeah.
You were the second
Hell
best player
yeah.
on the Dream Team, Chuck.
Go back and look. Go back and
Can
check.
I get to my point then?
Go ahead.
Please. My point is this. With that being said, Mike got the notoriety, Bird got the notoriety, and Magic got the notoriety. Did you feel some type of way?
No, I'm gonna tell you why, Fred. Number one. Okay, let me tell you something.
Chuck, don't act
Chuck
crazy.
Daly said to me, he said, Charles, can I talk to you a second? I said, yeah, Chuck, anything. He says, you're the second best basketball player in the world. I said, who bet me? He says, that motherfucker right there. I said, you're right about that. I says, but thank you. And I said, and I've said this many times, that's the best compliment I've ever gotten from somebody. I said, I actually agree with you. I said, but you know what? I'm gonna put an end to that shit next year. I said, we're playing them motherfuckers in the finals.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring. I said,
Phoenix.
because the next year I'm going to Phoenix, and I said I got Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson. I said we're going to the fucking finals. And when I got to Phoenix, I told those guys the first day. I said, guys, we're going to the finals. And we're gonna play that motherfucker from Chicago. I said, I'm sick of people telling me he's better than me. I just didn't have no help in Philly.
Yeah.
And I says we're gonna play them in the championship. And we got there and they beat it. And that was the first time I ever said in my life, damn. I think there's somebody better than me at basketball
That's the first time in your life.
in my whole life. Because I said Magic was great, but he had Worthy and Kareem.
Yeah.
I had Manute Bol and Shelton Jones. Of course he's gonna be better. Bird had McHale and Parrish. But I said, like, no, these dudes ain't better than me, they just got more help. But when Chuck gave me that compliment, it meant a great deal to me. But to get back to your point, you know, Fred, the reason I wasn't upset, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird are the two most important figures in NBA history. They saved the NBA because people act like not guys are making 30, 40, 50 million dollars. When I got to the NBA, the average salary was $200,000, $250. And then Magic and Bird came. And they had the greatest rivalry in NBA history. They had racial undertones. But the thing I admire about them two, them brothers just basketball junkies, Magic and Bird. So when they came to the NBA, stuff started to take off. And then Michael came in and took it to a whole nother level. So I thank those guys for making sure I never had to have a job. I didn't mind them getting shine at all because, like I say, you know, if you're gonna look at golf, you would say Jack and Arnold were amazing. Jack Nicklaus is one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life. I only met Arnold one time, but I love Jack Nicklaus because every time I see him, he's just a perfect gentleman. And then you got Tiger, who him and Mike are like once in a lifetime guys.
Right.
But I did not get upset at those three guys because they made the NBA. No disrespect to anybody who came along past it. The only thing I feel bad about is, you know, guys like Russell, Dr. J, most of those guys were the foundation, but we were all born at the right time. I mean, I know I'm not as good as Bill Russell. Bill Russell made $2,000, and I was making $3 or $4 million just because I was born at the right time. And not only just because of the basketball and the money and Michael bought the shoes. People forget, man, wasn't nobody doing commercials before Michael? Yeah. Now everybody does commercials. I mean, Michael did two things where I always tell people I think he's the GOAT. Number one, the shoe thing. Nobody was making money before shoes before Michael. Now guys all making $300-400 million a year because of Michael. Well, a couple guys are making that much, but that's because of Michael. And then secondly, we all got commercials. Nobody made commercials before Michael Jordan came along. So Magic, Bird, and Michael, to me, man, I think those guys, for me, never had to get a real job. It means a lot to me, those 3 guys.
Hold up, limitless, take a stomach, pinning it. I fought to hear to witness it. Get my people feeling militant.